Morning, everybody. Rusty from the Rusty Razor. Got another shave today. Today we're using Stirling's Orange Chill. Oh yeah. If you like orange, smells good. And if you like a little bit of menthol with your shave to cool you off, like it's summertime, when it's wintertime, doesn't matter. It's all good. Alright, so we're going to be using the third use of the Astra blades with the Star Razor, the star of the show today, my grandfather's razor. Yeah, it's all his history around here. Yes, sometimes you think your channel might be history after your last ranting video. It's like, sorry. Alright. And then we're going to follow up with some Pharaoh's Dreamsicle. It smells good. It's like I thought about just using Old Spice with this one too. You know what the stupid thing is that from the last video is like after I got done, I was like, son of a... I have the splash to go with that soap. Sorry guys. I was like, way out of it. It's one of those days. That was all off my game the other day. But what can you do? Life, when it hits you over the head with a hammer, make lemonade. Oh, gotta laugh. Yeah. You're rumbling. Somebody, neighbor maybe? They got a family member that shows up every once in a while that doesn't have a muffler on their... They got an old Jeep. Like, rawr. Alright, you're not shaving unless you stick the soap right up your nose, right? Man. Stuff smells good. If you like oranges. Alright. Let's get the day going. Alright. Yeah, these Astra blades, I usually can get probably 5 shaves out of them if I want to push it. Yeah, I'll clean off my foot later. It's like some lather just went right on my foot. I'm like, is this a great start to your shave? I don't know. But yeah. I meant to add some stuff to that, but I got off on a major tangent the other day. Like, yeah, a sore point with my mother. Yeah, but I was going to talk about trapping and everything, how it's related to fishing. As speaking of fishers. We'd, when I'd go fishing all the time, I had an old refrigerator that we got. Neighbors got a new fridge and they were getting rid of their old style one, the old heavy 1,000-pound ones, you know. So they just gave it to me and I put it in the garage. And I would take it's like when I'd go fishing during the summertime, I'd cut you obviously cut the heads off and the guts and everything. And what I would do was take a bag or something, like a plastic bag you get from bread bags and stuff like that. I'd say just collect them up, like had the neighbors keep them for me too. And I would take the fish head, put a little bit of water in it and seal it up and then freeze it. So I have a whole bunch of these. And the reason I keep them So the after effects of fishing, I would help my trapping season. So would part of my trap sets would be you go take some trees if you have a down tree, or I just go and take a the old axe, go up to a tree and chop, chop enough of it, and so it'd be like this. Here's your post like that, so it'd be like that. So it's level on chops and a lot of the limbs down on the. So you get an open area, and then I would hack in a kind of a flat spot where I would put my and then nail in a trap at your basic. When you think of a small trap, like a number two or so, one, and it will lay flat on that little chop spot that I would take out of the tree. And so it's like, here's a tree like this, and I would chop a notch out so it'd be like that, and then that trap would sit on top of that. And up here I'd put a nail, big old nail, hammer nail in it. And so the trap, it has a chain with a loop, and that would be wired to put a nail in, and that would be wired in. So it couldn't be drug off. And then I'd have a nail up there, and I'd take that frozen fish head stuff, and I would whack it right on top of that nail. So it'd be sit up there, and that scent would be up there, and then the fishers or the mink would, because you're doing this around the lake, or we had a creek that came out of the lake, so we had that area, so they were always running up and down that area, and they would go up the tree, up the ramp area, and you smell that fish and go, oh, food, yummy, let's go get it, so they would go run up the tree and whap, get them. So that was one of the sets I would do. I'd had these all along that creek. So, and another good one would be rabbit. I would have my little 22 with me. Remington nylon 66 22. Got it from my grandfather, and I'd run the line. And as I'm walking my line, every once in a while I see a snowshoe hare rabbit. Big suckers. They'd get about 7 to 10 pounds big. And you see one of those and go, food. Because I always carried my gear and everything with me. So all my set traps and stuff and some bait, because every once in a while something come along and drag it out of there. So you'd have to replace your bait. Because, you get something that would go up the tree, the stump area, get up there and it'd void your easy ramp. Take it away and drag it off. And you always had problems with mice and stuff. They'd get up there and eat things. So you'd have to every once in a while replace your bait, which isn't a big deal. I had plenty of it. It's like when you're going fishing about every day you could on the lake, you had a large selection of bait. Because they get to a point you're like, okay, I can't breed anymore out here. So it's like you basically fridge area would be stacked. And it's like the rabbits that I would harvest too. Well, they come in handy too, because that's bait too. Not as aromatic as the aromatic. I should not romantic. Yes, rabbit are very romantic. But I would run the line, go up. Then I'd go up to the lake where I had the beaver traps. Those were the pain in the ass to do, because you had to cut a hole in the ice. And once you cut the hole, you had to figure out how to keep it from freezing over, because if you left it open, by the end of the, within hours, it'd start freezing over. And you'd have to come back with a chainsaw and cut another freaking hole. Because otherwise you had to, it's like, you had the manual ice auger. That was a lot of work. So what I would do is, a lot of times, I had a loop. So I would run the snowmobile, ride the snowmobile with all the stuff down to where the lake is, and then walk the creek on one side and come back down the other side. That would be my route, and ride back home with everything. So, yeah, that was the fun part. But, you cut the hole in the ice, and then I would I'd take a couple straw bales with me, or hay bales, and lay some aspen across the top where I cut the hole, and then put the straw or hay over top of that, and that would be your help keep it from freezing over. Now, when it got down 20, 30 below, it didn't matter. It'd freeze, and you had to chap your hole in. So that was, you had a little bit of work just to, if you check your trap and go, oh, well, there got a beaver in one of those traps, so pull him out. They were heavy too. Big old thick fur. Yeah, you didn't want to have to carry one of those all the way down the line. Little mink, or little buggers. Light. Carry a bunch of them. Fishers were real heavier. Every once in a while, I never got any wolverines in my trap, but yeah, they were in the area. Not very popular, or populous, because they have a tendency to stay in more rugged areas. But yeah, they were around. And we had moose and everything too, but yeah, it's funny. It's like when you'd be out in the summertime fishing on the lake, every once in a while the old moose come. And they're tall, huge. If you've never seen a moose in person, you don't know how big those suckers are. You see them on pictures and video. Do you actually see one that's like walk out into 10 foot of water and just put their head down and they're eating? You know how big those things are. We had a lot of moose in the area. Wolves. Lots of wolves. Yeah, I've had a few run-ins with those buggers. Especially kind of the closest they ever came to me is about 5-10 feet away. I just got done deer season. It would have been November of 81. Yeah. Just got done shooting a buck. Drug his ass back to the vehicle. It was down by the lake where I shot it. Had my stand down there. Sitting in had the door open. I was sitting in the cab and had the rifle in my lap, and I was about ready to unload it, and all of a sudden there's I looked down. I was like, holy crap, where the hell did you guys come from? Whole freaking pack of wolves. Just right there. They were like, we smell fresh meat. Where's it at? serve it up. Come on. Like, no, I worked really hard for that one. And I drug it back. I'm tired. It's like, took the old rifle and stuck it out the cabin. You know, Lot 6. Shot. They were like, oh, he took off. It's like, oh, crap. That was loud. What the hell was that? Yeah, because at the time I was sitting in the cab, it was probably about 4 o'clock in the afternoon, which is getting, you know, dark. Sun gone down. It was very interesting. Yeah, they got a major problem with wolves right now up there. They're just chowing down on eating livestock like crazy. And they said there's no deer left up there because there's so many of them. Overpopulation of wolves. There used to be a lot of deer. It was like deer were everywhere, and hardly, very few wolves. If there were wolves, you could hear them, but now they're saying there's so many up there that you don't have hardly any harvesting going on with deer. My cousin, a while back, oh gosh, it was just before Christmas, he came down. He works on the doing some work. They're putting up cell tower pads for one of the local companies, and he was saying, yeah, they had their 10-day deer season, and nobody, not one person out of the entire crew got a deer. There wasn't any to be seen. That's how bad it is. Before, it's like you'd see them all the time. You just go out, and within an hour of going out, it's like you'd have something. Like, so the first day or two of your season was done. You're like, yeah, we're done. Got our tags, filled them, good to go. But now it's like nothing. So now it's like, yeah, they're going out to Wyoming to go hunting out there, Montana. I say, just come to Iowa. We have so many freaking deer, it's ridiculous. We have no predators for them. Even though we're starting to see wolves move into the state, and bear, and cougars. Because there's no over, how the heck did I miss that spot? So we're getting more predators moving in because food's here. You know, they're go where the food is. And that's not a bad deal. They gotta eat too. But the sad thing is that when the predators overpopulate, man, their food is gone. They starve and suffer too. So, well, then the population of predators disappears down to hardly anything. And then the prey population goes back up, and it's a vicious cycle. And they go back and forth. Alright. Right? What the heck? How did I miss that spot right there? Alright, got it. Alright. So, yeah, the ecology of the predator-prey. That was one thing I always did. I enjoyed being out, and almost became a game warden myself, you know, but my cousin did for a while. Yeah, he worked for the DNR. Boo. Alright, where's that? There it is. Let's do some Pharaoh's Dreamsicle. Come out of there. Come on. A little more. A little more. There we go. Ooh, stingy. smell like oranges. Stinging right here. Ugh. Now my son's fur. He's got long hair now. He needs to get a haircut so it gets everywhere. Alright, there's the affiliate link down below. So click on it. We'll do a little kick back towards doing giveaways. I don't keep it. It's for you guys. So when the giveaways happen, there you go. And I'm waiting. It's like I reached the 400 mark, so I might do a giveaway. It's like it goes to 401 and went to 398. It's like a yo-yo. It's like when it stays there, we're gonna do a giveaway. Pharaoh's Dreamsicle. Man, it's like smells good. Okay, that's the shave of the day. Alright, today's shave was brought to you by Stirling's Orange Chill. A little bit of menthol in there. Yeah, it feels good. Feels like I'm up in the pine forest of northern Minnesota. But there's not many oranges up there. Alright, so the third use, the Astra blade with the star razor. Great little shave. Got the job done. Heat finally turned off again. There you go. Alright, so you guys have a good one. And like and subscribe, share with your friends. Rusty out.